afternoon, everyone. It's Yuko again. Okay, 100 videos, 100 days. So we've been helping, or I get a lot of help from movement makers. And then, so I asked one of the person from movement makers. His name is Mark Savant, and he is a host. Okay, he has this called Mark Savant Media. I hope I pronounced right. And then, sorry, it's kind of hard to hear it, right? And then Mark Savant Media, and then he's a part of Movement Makers, and he has podcast. It's called After Hours Entrepreneurs. I'm just waiting. He's coming soon. I'm pretty sure he's a busy guy. But, when I asked to Mark, can you be my IG live? Right? Because we need to make 100 videos and then 100 days. And when I asked him, I didn't even know that he already has his own podcast and he already has more followers than me. I didn't even know. Oh, there he is. I'll let him in. But I know he's a busy guy, but he's kindly glad to make a time for me. I'll let him in.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, though. I'm waiting for Mark. Hello, Mark.
Hey, Yuko, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thrilled to be here.
Yeah, thank you for your time. You're such a busy guy, but I really appreciated you took a time for me. You're taking time for me.
Yeah, well, I love chatting with you in Evan Carmichael's group. You brought some great energy, and I thought I'd hop on here and see how I can help be of service.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I just, since you don't really have like half an hour to talk to me, is it okay? Maybe I can since you're a guest, I can give you like one quick questions and maybe you can just give a message, whatever you want. It's that works that way too. It's okay too.
Yeah, I'm an open book. I'm just glad to be here and provide as much value as I can to you and all the people out there in the world. What's up, everyone?
Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's your fans coming. That's nice. Okay, so I didn't know you have podcast, and your podcast, it's like interviews are awesome. I really enjoy listening. So many episodes. Yeah. So where did the name come from, though? I love the name After Hours Entrepreneur.
Thanks. I actually was struggling with the name for quite some time, Yuko. I was sitting in my room, writing down words, writing down letters, names. I just couldn't come up with anything. It took me about 3 months of just racking my brain for the perfect name. Have you ever felt that way before? You just want the perfect name, but it just escapes you. You find the perfect name, but someone already has the domain or the Facebook page, right? So that name actually came about. I was in the car with my wife. My wife was driving, and I was just explaining to her what the show is about. It's about the tips, tools, and tactics to take your side hustle full time. And I just belted out the words After Hours Entrepreneur, like an after hours entrepreneur. And I was like, that's it. That's the perfect name. So I think when you're trying to find a great name for your show or your business, your brand, try getting outside of your comfort zone. Try something new. Try explaining what it is that you're trying to build to other people, and things can happen.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I like those kind of like, it's nice, like, there are lots of stuff out there, how to be entrepreneurs, how to get the numbers and everything. But I'm all like about storytelling. I like the stories. I like to see the human part of, the people. Right? And then so that's what I really enjoying it. Like just like makes me feel like, oh, he looks or she looks perfect on Instagram, their business. But actually I didn't know that to have the business that much grow, right? There was like struggles or tries and I didn't know all kinds of story. That make me feel like I wanted to follow her. I wanted to follow him, right?
Yeah, well, being that, sharing that vulnerability
Mm-hmm.
and the personal challenges that you overcome as an entrepreneur, I think is a really powerful way of connecting with other people. Because to your point, Yuko, a lot of times when you see these perfect people online, we all have problems. We all have baggage. There's no such thing as a perfect person. And I've seen a lot of very big stars, a lot of big online personalities go big because they've gotten vulnerable and they've shared those challenges they've overcome. You know, in finding a way to do that can be, you got to be smart about that too, because sometimes you could go too far in sharing everything. So it's I think being thoughtful about being thoughtful and being as transparent as possible. It goes a long way today.
Yeah, and then your questions are very warm and kind, right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so it's probably the guests are really comfortable to be on the show, and then you are today is like I see it today. It's like 78 episodes today, right?
Yeah.
I did my homework.
Love it.
Yeah, and then I'm surprised you started August 6th, right? 2020.
Right.
And
That's when this show went live. Yes.
yeah, but since then you have like so many episodes out there.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think that whenever you launch a new show, podcast, YouTube channel, you definitely want to have a bank of episodes, because the last thing you want to do is go to sleep on a Sunday night saying, what am I posting on Monday? You know? So being in advance, and that came with experience, Yuko. This is my second podcast. My first show I had done for a year, and I kind of had an idea of the pace, the cadence. I had built up a network, and so that's why I was able to pump out so many episodes so quickly.
Oh, so I didn't know that this is the second one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to point out, I have a team that helps with the production. I saw one of my team members pop in here a little while ago. Rock team, if you're still out there, you the man, brother.
Team is important too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, with any business, with any podcast, with any YouTube channel, getting clear on what your systems are, and then trying to find ways to automate or outsource certain parts of your system. That can be it's hugely important. Yeah, there's Roxanne. What up, brother?
Your team member?
Yeah.
Nice. And we also have some support group, the people from Movement Makers too.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So how did you get into Movement Makers?
Well, so I host the After Hours Entrepreneur. I'm always looking to interview amazing, outstanding entrepreneurs. And Evan Carmichael was someone that was on my radar. I really wanted to get Evan Carmichael on my show. And one of the things that you want to do when you're trying to look for huge guests, I've had Pat Flynn on my show. I've had John Lee Dumas. I've spoken to presidential candidates, NFL players, some really amazing people. But one of the things you want to do when you're trying to get huge guests on your show or to collaborate is you want to find where they don't have a lot of attention, right? So Evan Carmichael, for example, has 3 million followers on his main YouTube channel, but he also has a small channel called Evan Carmichael Gaming. And Evan Carmichael Gaming only has about 1,000 followers, right? It has 1,000 subscribers, and he goes live. And so I was able to go there, have a conversation with him, and the rest is history. I was able to collaborate with him and end up joining his community and so on and so forth. It's going to the places where people don't have a lot of attention, and you really stand out in these places.
Wow, great tip.
You know it.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And another quick follow-up to that, there's a new app that just came out called Clubhouse. It's for iPhone only right now.
What is that? I was wondering, you mentioned it. Like, what is that? Clubhouse.
Yeah, so Clubhouse is just a quick 3,000-foot overview.
Okay.
It's an audio-only app. It's all audio, okay? And people can set up different rooms. And when you log in, the main kind of like wall where you scroll, there will be different rooms on different topics. You can hop into these rooms and have conversations with these different people. But what's amazing about Clubhouse right now, Yuko, is you can get access to people that you normally would not have access to. I'll give you a great story. this is not me, but someone I was speaking with in Clubhouse actually joined a Clubhouse room with Mr. Beast. There were 5 people in this room. He was able to have a conversation with Mr. Beast and got a job with his team. And if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, he has, I think, 100 million followers on social media. He was able to get into a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Beast through this app. So because there's not a lot of people on the app yet, it's a great place to work your attention arbitrage and to meet new people.
Wow, that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll give you another one. Gary Vaynerchuk has about 150,000 followers. That's it, 150,000. Everywhere else, millions. But on Clubhouse, he doesn't even have 200,000. So it's a place where you can really get this early access to people.
Wow. So there is like always somebody, I mean, even if famous, there's like a little room, something you can just get into. So that was, so Movement Maker is for you too, right? Part of it. Oh, no, gaming. I mean, the gaming ones, the Evan Carmichael.
Yeah, again, I think that right now the biggest asset we have is our digital reputation. And one of the best ways to build your digital reputation is by collaborating with others. And the more recognized, the more respected the people you collaborate with, the faster you're going to build your reputation, the faster you're going to build your network. So getting someone like an Evan Carmichael or a Pat Flynn or a Bill Gates or whoever can accelerate your growth, but you need to find where you can actually access them. If you're sending a DM to someone with 1 million followers, it's going to be crickets.
Yeah, I understand. It just going to the bottom of the pile.
Exactly.
Disappears. Yeah.
That's why I'm very excited about Clubhouse right now. It's a place where you can get access to people you normally wouldn't have access to.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. Great tip. And then the people, you got to subscribe his YouTube and podcast, right? Mark Savant Media. And then I love the podcast, After Hours Entrepreneurs, right? So it's a great tip. Thank you so much. So your time is important. I respect your time, and then I really appreciate it. Spend the time for me.
Yeah, Yuko, it's an absolute pleasure to get to chat with you again. Thank you all the wonderful people out there. If there's any way I can be of service or we can help support one another, hit me up anytime. Mark Savant, that's me. I'll be happy to help.
All right. Thank you so much, Mark. All right.
You too. Have a blessed day. Great video.
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. See you, everybody.